Hello and welcome to the channel. Looks like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu already gets a well laid out plan on how to tackle racism in the country. Because aside fuel subsidy, the economy, the hardship, one of, if not the major obstacle for this country, now insecurity, with banditry, napping, Fulani headsmen and the likes wreaking havoc. A safe country is a healthy country, and an healthy country go walk. It's just like how we humans they wired. Once you are well and fit, you can go about your business without hindrance. Anyways, let's dive into this one together. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Revealed. Tinubu's move against racism. Perhaps nothing best captures President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's inheritance of the toxic space called Nigeria from former President Muhammadu Buhari than the mess in the security and economic spheres. With a Naira swap policy that left the populace much poorer and an energy insufficiency on the one hand, BH risks in the northeast, the bandits of the northwest and Niger states, the herders and farmers clashes of Benue and Plateau, and criminality in Kogi and Nasarawa states in north central, the hip-hop separatists of the southeast, the crude oil thieves of the south-south, and the ritual killings for fame and money in the southwest on the other hand. Nigeria appears to be a country in the throes of economic and security doom. Whereas farming activities are hampered by the risks creating food security challenges, the hip-hop separatists of the southeast are destroying the economy of that region with its illegally mandated sit-at-home Mondays, and the crude oil thieves of the Niger Delta continue to reduce Nigeria's production output, thereby reducing foreign exchange earnings. Tinubu's work is laid bare before him. Doom looms. Undaunted, however, President Tinubu, this report will reveal, is set to confront the symbiotic challenges of the economy and security with a multi-pronged approach that is expected to create a secure environment which will drive economic growth and also ensure political stability. This report is a painstaking treatise on how Nigeria got to this point and what President Tinubu plans to do to salvage the situation. July 2014. Nothing best captures the shambolic security situation in Nigeria today than the lack of trust, infighting, and activities of fifth columnists within the security sector, leading to the gruesome killing of one Major Timothy Fambiya 9 years ago. A story is known to some top military commanders of that era because the operation in which he took part was both strategic and very sensitive. Fambiya is a native of Goza in Yobe State. Intel extracted from and some made available by detained members of BH suggested that their leader at that time, the now late Abubakar Shekau, was hiding somewhere around the hills in Goza. Top military commanders brainstormed, and after hours of thinking out how to approach the battle, an action plan was hatched. But because of the hilly nature of some parts of Goza and the need to be very dexterous in prosecuting the operation, someone with a good knowledge of the area needed to be part of or lead the operation. Enter Major Fambiya, a young man who was on a course at Nigeria's Command and Staff College, Jaji, in faraway Kaduna. Word got to him that Shekau may be hiding around the hills of Goza, but the top commanders were hamstrung in proceeding. According to a general who was in the know at the time, that was how Fambiya came into the picture. Because he was very familiar with the topography of this town, he volunteered to be part of the operation. The idea was to capture Shekau alive. Unfortunately, as in some of our operations, we believe some people from within, even among the officer corps, may have leaked the information to the rest. Mind you, it was from this battle that the story of Shekau's rumored killing in 2014 filtered out. There were conflicting reports that he was injured during the gun battle and that he died but was quickly buried. Other reports claim that he fled with gunshot injuries to neighboring Cameroon. These tales turned out to be false. Vanguard gathered that it was during this battle that Fambiya was shot in the head from behind. The general then lamented that in Fambiya's death, Nigeria lost one of her best special forces officer. The source charged that we suspect that Major Fambiya may have been killed by one of his men because he was shot in the head from behind. Though we have no concrete proof of that, the incident raised the question as to how the terrorists have been able to infiltrate the military because of some people who seem to share their ideological slant. It also raised the issue of trust. All these happened in July 2014. Fast forward to 2022 and 2023. Famed for his military prowess and stature as a disengaged general of the Nigerian army as well as being a former military leader, Muhammadu Buhari campaigned on the promise to end insurgency and return normalcy to the security space in 2015. Nigerians believed them. Unfortunately, the aftermath of Buhari's 8-year rule presents a poisoned security space and an economy bleeding on all fronts with its attendant cyclical misfortunes for the masses. In the area of security, whereas there were flashes of successes recorded in dealing with racists and separatists, Nigeria is worse today than Buhari met it in 2015. Beyond the BH group, cornered to the northeast in 2015, other deadlier forms of racism emerged under Buhari's watch. Bandits sprang up in the northwest, Nasarawa and Niger states. Criminal herders ran rampage across swaths of farmlands, killing and forcing residents to flee their ancestral homes and farmlands. Indigenous peoples of Biafra IPOB waxed stronger in their deadly activities, even creating an Eastern Security Network, ESN, which waged war against the state and its fellow Igbos considered agents of the federal government of Nigeria. Crude oil theft assumed a new life of its own and became a very thriving business, such that stolen crude accounted for more output than Nigeria's production quota from the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC. One of the worst revelations of ineptitude under Buhari's watch in the bleeding crude space was the story of the 3 million barrel capacity MT Heroic Idan, a very large crude carrier, VLCC. It was on August 7, 2022, that Equatorial Guinea forces arrested the vessel and the crew on board after it fled from Nigeria's Akpo oil field when its activities were reportedly uncovered by operatives of the Nigerian Navy. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.